evolve into something new?
Yeah. Well, one, right now it feels to me and looks to me like we just can't get out of our own way. I thought we looked like a frustrated team and a team that, you know, is just mentally not focused on, hey, let's play with great effort, let's play with great energy. And we've seen these guys play so well. But we can't brain freeze ourselves. I'd say something else, but it's, you know, and I think we all know what I'm talking about. We can't have that. And it just looks to me like that's what it is. I really, unless there's something undiagnosed right now that I don't know about, which I don't think that's the case.
Are they playing tight, Tim? Is that
I think so. Yeah, I think we're like Isaiah said right away, we're just blowing opportunities, and I think they feel that way during the game. And, you know, we tried to just get them on focus on doing, you know, the little things. But I think when you look at, for instance, it felt to me like 3 or 4 times at least. Now, this is just 3 or 4 times. Ball hits the rim. It's a thing. We got 3 guys, and we're just looking at the ball. You know, when you're looking and not acting, you know, how's it go? There's people that make things happen, and there's people that wonder what happened, right? And it looks to me like we wonder what happened. They want to be special. They want to go to the NCAA tournament. They want to do, you know, exceptional things.
Is that something that you considered going in, the weight of expectation and having to deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it, and I thought we were in a good place. And if you look the way we started the year, 11-2, we were. I'm just trying to think of when I thought that, you know, it kind of arrived, so to speak. And probably Michigan State. You know, so much was made, and rightfully so, that game. You know, that was you know, at a point in time when there was a lot on the line, and it just seemed like, you know, we didn't rise to the occasion that night.
Getting away from the psychology of it, what, as a coach, can you do from a pure basketball standpoint? Maybe where will you start?
Well, you know, what I wanted to do tonight was get, you know, the bench more involved. I got them 52 minutes, and you saw the production. So, you know, we've got to, and that's what hurt us in the first half too. We knew that, you know, we needed that to be able to survive in the second half. And so we need more bench production. So does that mean, okay, do we need to feature some of those guys, you know, instead of our main guys at different times when they're in the game and things like that? I don't know that we've done a great job of that, right? To be able to get Nana Kenton an open jumper here or there. And, you know, we've run things from him, but not on a regular basis. So more bench production is one of them. And then, you know, I mean, that's right now, to me, when I look at things, a huge drop-off. The fact we didn't get to the foul line tonight was, especially in the first half, we didn't shoot a foul shot. I'm not sure when the last half that happened for us was. But, you know, you also look at, okay, we're 4 for 12 at the rim. They really don't have a shot blocker. Honestly, Weston's got like 9 blocks on the year or whatever it might be. And so I think, you know, you look at, okay, why were we not very effective at the rim?
You guys get out rebounded by 14. How much is that Ohio State, and how much is that you guys? Or is it a mix of both?
Yeah, I credit Ohio State. I don't know what the number would be. How many misses did they have? What is that, 34? So what's 14 divided by 34? Yeah, it's like, it's too much, right? 41, yeah, that's all. You know, I mean, our goal's 26. So, you know, for us, you know, we'd want to allow 26. So let's say that's their game plan. They're going to run up, rebound, do all that. So let's say, okay, now they're going to get a third, you know, because they're selling out on some things, and we're going to get some transition on the other side because of it. But I think it's us.
There are a lot of fans that are hitting the panic button right now on this.
Yeah,
season.
well. When I get to my kitchen at home, I'm going to hear the same things that you read on Twitter. You know, I mean, nobody's happy, and so I want them to be upset, but I want them to hang in there with us because I believe in these guys, and I think we can do it. So we're just going to we're going to get them to rally, right? try and regroup here quick, because nobody's going to feel like what I told them after the game. Nobody feels sorry for you. Wisconsin will not come in here and feel bad. All right, they're going to come in here ready to slug it out, and we have to have the same mentality. So I understand why fans would, but at the same time, we've got a lot of equity that we've built over the course of a season. It's the it's the course of a full season, but a double and a triple bogey don't make anybody feel very good.
Do you think you guys put too much into the Michigan State game?
We put everything we could into it. Like we put everything. I felt like we put everything we could into tonight, and it worked against us. I think that we just got to get back, play great basketball, relax, enjoy it some, but play winning basketball. And right now I think we're in a bad place mentally, and I think we've been there too. Maybe it was Michigan State, but at the same time, one game does not define you.
Yeah, but it seemed like a lot of people, I don't know if inside the program, but it seemed like a lot of people looked at that Michigan State game as a defining game because it was.
Yeah, just like they did Michigan last year, right? And that's great. If our defining games are Michigan in the Big Ten tournament and Michigan State, those are pretty big moments, because those are the elite of the elite. And if that's our defining moment, then that's our make or break time, then we've done something pretty good. If we're the 17-point underdog and nobody gives a crap and the place is half full, then we've completely screwed it up. But those are the challenges we want, and that's what I signed up for. And we didn't come through those two games, right? Those are other times. Other times we have. The old no-sit Sunday or whatever it might be. Other times we have, but we're going to have more opportunities here too.
When you see guys tight like that, do you think maybe that's highlighted by 2-3 zone going against those types of defense?
I don't know. I think it's just when things don't go well. Really, when we give up 4 straight threes, and then. I think one of those moments, for instance, we got it back down to 7 with 4.5 to go, and the shot clock's all the way down, and they hit the back of the rim, goes straight up, falls through right at the end of the shot clock. We go down, miss a bonus. It's just, those things, when they happen, like in couples like that, when you can't get out of your own way, I think everybody just feels like, ugh, what's going on?
When they get those 4 threes, what was, did you feel like your guys were not finding guys?
Well, it was different. So one guy, like Isaiah, overhelped to Ladie, right, when he didn't need to, lost Wesson. Muhammad, Wesson just nailed Glenn on a down screen, and the way the angle is, if he gets that screen, he's going to get the open look, and he made it. And he's not I don't know what his numbers are, but he's not in the 40s, but so that was, I think, a very good execution. And then, Wesson got one on Tanner. Tanner was kind of playing off him a little bit, naturally so. Those are 3 of them, and I think Muhammad had the other one. So the question was again, were they?
Were you okay with the defense at that?
Well, no. But I will credit them stepping up, making the plays. I regret 2 things. One is the subbing out James at the end of the first half, where Amir turns it over, turns into 2 points. And I decided earlier the next dead ball I was going to get James just for 30 seconds, 40 seconds. He was breathing hard, and then of course it comes on offense, and I should have just kept him in there. That cost us. And then the next one was I'd already burned a timeout in the second half, and we were sitting on the under 12, and it was just right there. And I should have just, on one of those makes, like after a couple of them, I should have just called timeout.
Are you seeing more instances of fatigue with your starters or not?
I don't think we would have tonight, because, they got pretty even minutes in the first half. Like I said, I got 52 bench minutes out of 200 minutes. And so I don't think it's, that's why I think we lost some of the lead in the first half. But we just got to figure out ways for those guys to be more productive.
You've tried to press all the buttons to get them out of where they are mentally, and where do you go next? Yeah,
as a coach, there's nothing more sickening for a coach to empty your home arena. And, I hear the groans. God, I'm groaning, and it's just sickening. Like, it just makes me physically, sick. But you feel like, okay, I've considered, we're not playing checkers. I mean, we're trying to strategically plan on what's going right. But at the end of the day, I think we have a strong relationship with our guys, and we need to go out there and get them in a good place and get them past some of the things. It's like tonight when we got the lead, there's, 3 out of 4 possessions, one guy has 3 straight turnovers. 2 of them turn into immediate baskets, and we just got to get out of our own way. I've said that how many times?
Is there anything different that you can try, with them?
Well, that's probably what I'll think about all night tonight,
Coach, you talked about it a little bit yesterday, the coach versus cancer thing.
Seamus, I'll stay here all night if they want. Go ahead.
Coach versus cancer thing today. What does that mean to you personally? You talked a little bit about it yesterday.
Yeah, the greatest feeling of the day was Avery Harriman's hug. I'll tell you that. Seeing Katie Jewell, who is fighting it, and she's so valuable to our athletic department. She evaluates transcripts and gives us great information on helping guys, making sure that they're going to check all the boxes to get into Lincoln and be eligible. And Brent Bargan, fighting it. Coach Bargan coached Division I, Division II at Shadron. We played against him when I was at Colorado State. And, anything we can do to help, is important. My sister lost her husband to cancer. My other sister lost her husband to brain cancer. These are things that whatever we can do to help, we will do. And any amount of things that Coaches versus Cancer, like our Infinity Challenge, that I know it's out there. I haven't really been online a lot this week. I need to circulate that. I hope our fans can help us. It's really important. And it's something we can do that's bigger. And the Be the Match that Christian Eichhorst started has already saved lives, and this stinks. This is awful. We hate losing basketball games, but the cause is great and something to be talked about and rallied around.
Have you had a team go into a funk like this before?
Sure. I've coached for 24 years.
What were the circumstances of that?
Everyone's individual, I need to spend, time with these guys and say, okay, what's going on, you can't be afraid of success or failure. Anything else? Thank you, guys.
Thanks.